If you're at all familiar with paranormal investigation, you've likely heard of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Back in 1952, they founded the New England Society of Psychic Research, a glorified ghost hunting group. They claim to have investigated over 10,000 cases, many of which are famous today, including the case of Annabelle, Amityville, and Enfield. Their careers span around 50 years, and a lot of the common tools and tropes you see with ghost hunting originated with them. Now, whether or not you think that they're the real deal, or that they're just hack frauds, one thing that I think everyone can agree on is that Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are smoking hot in this movie. The Conjuring is based on the Perron family investigation of 1971. The movie itself is made by horror legend James Wan, who previously directed Saw, Dead Silence, and Insidious. This movie was such an overwhelming success, both critically and financially, that it spawned a whole Conjuring universe, filled with sequels and spin-offs. So why was this movie such a big deal? Well, there's a bunch of reasons. But let's start off with the basic blueprint. This is a typical 70s haunted house story, with creaking doors, whispering through the walls, imaginary friends, all those typical things that make a horror movie scary. But as a modern film, it masterfully captures the atmosphere and the dread of this environment. This movie utilizes empty space really well, allowing your imagination to fill in the gaps, instead of relying on easy jump scares. What really stands out here is the sound design. It's very disturbing and immersive. Then on top of all that, the production design is top-notch. This is an extremely good-looking movie, with a lot of creative camera work. And everything from the set design to the costumes just looks incredible. The Perron family is very likable, with the husband and wife and the 5 daughters. And every character has something remarkable happening to them. As if that wasn't enough, we also have the Warrens, and they're painted in an extremely positive light. They're kind-hearted, they're passionate, they're determined, and they don't even take advantage of anyone at all. Also, in the second half, when they finally get involved and start the paranormal research, we get some really nice music that puts you at ease. There's a comforting presence from them being here. But don't worry, it isn't too long before everything goes to hell. So, this movie is based on a real investigation, obviously. Lorraine Warren stated that this movie is very accurate, which is funny because most of it is a complete fabrication. This is a dramatic version of the story. It's not a documentary. It's a summer blockbuster. It's very loosely based off of very alleged events that happened to this family, and not at all in the way it was originally reported. There was no Satanist, there was no exorcism, just a mother that was convinced that she was being targeted by an evil spirit. But let me be clear, I'm not an expert, and I don't believe in spirits and demons. But I do believe this is an excellent horror movie. It's at its best when it shows restraint and builds tension, and it's at its worst when it jumps the shark, or jumps the wardrobe. And when it gets silly and stupid, it sucks the suspense right out of the movie. But apart from those brief moments of indulgence, this is an extremely satisfying and exciting story, and it's easy to see why The Conjuring is such a beloved horror movie.